Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Serving the Community podcast. My name is Trisha Stetzel. I'm the owner of ResultsXtreme Business Solutions and the founder of Serving the Community podcast. The purpose is to highlight people and organizations in our communities that are serving through volunteer work and giving back to make our community, our country, and even the world a better and kinder place to live. I'm super excited about having my guest on today. His lovely wife, Maha, who I know very well, actually volunteered his presence. And he's doing some really great things in our community and has a passion for helping people. And Prasad, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I know now you're going to be quiet, right? Before the show, we had some really good conversation about why you do what you do. So, will you just give me the backstory, really about how you grew up and how your mom was really the giver in your family, and that's where you learned this value from?
Yes, a little bit about me. I grew up with four elder sisters, and my mom. She raised us. She worked for the government for 33 years, and she would travel by bus every day. And she basically gave up everything in her life, her dream of becoming a doctor, and pursue instead of pursuing her dream, she helped us to have our dream fulfilled. So my mom is still around, but same goes with other women who help in my life, are still helping in my life. And it's kind of interesting that some women are from my family. My two sisters, they've helped a lot. They always prayed for me to be successful. That's all they ever asked for. And my wife, she helps me every day above and beyond what I can expect. Her sister, she helps a lot. And Gail, she been helping me. She's from this part of town, Louisiana, and she been helping me for more than 20 years. And she was always there for me every day, emotional support. So what I've noticed was that a lot of these women who have great talent, they give up the talent, and they want the children and the family to succeed. So I have seen a lot of talent in my mom, my sisters, my wife, Gail, and many others. In fact, Regina, who's one of the BNM members,
Mhm.
she's
Yes.
exceptionally talented too. And Kay Hile is another person I've seen. These women, when they give up some of the stuff that they want to do in their life for their family, I feel like I got to do something back for other women if possible. So what I do is, if anybody needs a part-time job, if I can afford that, and they can work there, make their own hours, and they can do the part-time work, and they can also save the family with that money.
Yeah.
And, sometimes that's all they need. Somehow support the family. And when you help women, and also they have children, and they get some financial assistance and able to pursue their dream or show their talent, that can also put good behavior in children's mind, and they will become more socially responsible citizens. Doesn't matter what part of the world you are from. Looks like a woman thinks the same way. From inside, she always is worried about the family, saving the family, and
Absolutely.
I want to do something when they're still around. Gail is still around. My mom and my sisters, as a remembrance, I want to do that. And it's not limited to any geography or any place. It could be from, we have helped some women in UK, a few in India. Here we are trying to get some going. It could be from anywhere. They still need that help, and most of them don't know what women want. They say, but one thing I can tell you is they want to save their family as much as they can, and they don't talk about it as much. That is most of them, I would say, and that's a very big blessing, I would say, for this country, and for you know everyone who succeeds in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. And women take on a lot of responsibility, right? To take care of their families and take care of their, not only their kids and their husbands, but their extended family, and also try to work and also try to keep the house, right? And I think it's wonderful what you're doing is helping employ women who might not otherwise be employable to go to work, right? So they're able to stay home with their children. And I understand from our conversation before we started the podcast that your mother actually gave up her dream to take care of the family. And that's one of the driving forces behind you giving opportunities back to these women who might have to give up the dream.
That's correct. And she hasn't just done it for 1 day or 2 days. It's 30 some years of a
Yeah.
struggle. And same goes with my sister too. She has sacrificed more than 20 years. And, Maha is very successful because her other two sisters help her a lot too. And these women, most of them don't know. They see me as a successful man, but because of them, you know, even today.
Uh-huh.
So I don't mind speaking up and giving them the credit. I don't have a problem with that,
Yeah.
And right now, they're doing very well. You know, they're
Yeah.
still making money.
And that's
Every,
good, and able to provide for their families when they might not otherwise be able to do that, right? The other thing that we talked about was serving the community, right? And our children. So, our children seeing us provide for our families, and then they grow up with proper values, right?
yes, that is correct. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So when you see there is less domestic disturbance and there is the financial stability, and where the parents are contributing time towards the children, and then they're the best teachers for the most part. And then that's what we believe in. Not that everybody does. And then of course the teacher is definitely they're doing their job, at school. But pretty much they say every mom can catch, our mistakes. They know us inside out. So they're the best people to discipline us, and that brings a uh, good citizens to the society. And when I've seen in my life when parents struggle or fight or whatever reason, that doesn't go away for years. Sometimes some of them are so scared even to get married, thinking about the past. Not like, yeah, maybe my life might be better, you would think, but it's very scary sometimes, to do those things and seeing those things in life and then coming back and say, is it really right for me to, to get married or start a family? But whereas when they have a nice upbringing and harmonious life, the chance of they turning to violence will be less. I'm not saying it's a perfect world that they won't turn to violence, but the chance will be definitely less. And automatically you'll start also feeling like you'll be promoting more good.
Yeah.
And I've seen that kind of discipline in many families where the parents have taken the care and paying attention to the children's behavior, and that helps a lot.
Yeah, well, becoming a family unit, right? And being together
Mhm.
more. And one of the other things you mentioned earlier was really it's not just about the United States. I mean, this is across the world, right? These are differences that we can make in all over the place by helping people who wouldn't normally be able to work have an opportunity to work, even if it's just for a few hours, and show their children that they're capable, right? And that their children then use that same mindset that they too will be capable and things will get better. You talked a little bit about your becoming a US citizen. Right. And the lessons that you learned. So, talk some about that because a lot of us who grew up here take for granted, right, that we have a constitution and we don't necessarily look back at what's in it and all of the things that we have in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mandatory thing for us. They say we don't get it on the silver platter. You have to really work hard towards it. We have to pass the English test and the civics test. So you got to go through lots of questions going back to the day we got the independence, 1776, and about founding fathers and how this country was built: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and what our responsibilities are, and what is our role and what are our rights. So part of it is, basically we are supposed to, defend the Constitution of the United States, and also, we have the life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and we should also promote life at the same time, giving the others the opportunity to live. And as long as you defend the Constitution of the United States, basically, somebody said that it will take care of you, and I believe in that. Instead of finding mistakes and somebody doing something wrong, yeah, am I doing right? Let's put it that way. How much I can do.
Yeah.
And they say, where I come from, if you're pointing a finger at someone, that means three fingers are pointing at you. So stop doing that. So that's what basically the Constitution of the United States, when you look at it, how it was written, a little bit of what I understood. I'm not an expert in that, but it really helped me to be a morally responsible citizen. And I think part of our civic responsibility is our right to speak up when somebody is doing wrong. Doesn't matter where they are from. doesn't matter about that ethnicity. Those are the things I learned. And Maha, she became a citizen too a few years ago. So she went through the same thing. So I explained her the greatness about what I discovered.
Yeah.
And I feel that I'm very protected in this country. I don't feel like a foreigner, even the place I work. I really appreciate that. They've given me a lot too. So that's the kind of comfort, the citizenship has, or even just as an individual living in this country. And that's how the Constitution of the United States, I think, was made from. So everybody's protected.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed was that, you know, the brave men and women who serve this country, they're doing so much. And somewhere, I think somebody believes in this document. And just that belief is helping us to have a better day here. So
Yeah.
we also help some veterans as well here and there, giving them small contract jobs. And, so we also help some veterans. So I think it's a great document that I think everybody must follow, at least, or read once to some level and see what their responsibilities are. So one thing, me saying something, another thing, the document is saying something, and you follow that and see if you're really doing it. And if it is still not helping you, then that would be a surprise for me, because it helped me. I wasn't even from here.
Yeah. Well, and we also had a discussion around how it's our civic duty, right, to give back to the community. So one of the premises behind this show for me was serving those who have served, right, whether they're veterans or volunteers. I want to serve those who have served because that's very important to me, and I know that's important to you, and it's good for our children to see us serve the community who serves us. If we're going to open small businesses and go out in the community and ask people to buy our products and services, then we should be giving back to those who are coming to us. And I think that's really important. And I love what you're doing. I love that you're helping those women, especially that might not normally have an opportunity to work, give them a position where they are earning some money and they do earn their keep, if you will, right, in the household, and showing their children how brave they are. I think that's important. So I'm going to let you give a little plug about your business here at the back end, because I would love for people to know the name of your business and how they might find you on the internet.
Uh, you can search for, it's actually under my wife's name. She has started AOF, A for America, O for Orange, F as in Frank. But that's more of an IT-based business. And we do have other, things that we do for the society, but the nonprofit supposedly will take a while. So, we haven't, I said to myself, would I spend that money on the trying to get the nonprofit, or would I help four more people? So I decided to help four more people as of now. So I didn't really, I thought there is some value there. So AOF would be the AOF Engineering Systems. That's what my wife's business is. She is the one who handles most of it. Again, I want her to excel on her own. So I did that.
And she does. She does a great job. Well, thank you, Prasad, so much for being on the show today. Thank you for giving back to the community, our country, and even the world, because I know that you employ some people that don't sit in the United States as well, which I think is very important too. So thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate your time. And that concludes this week's podcast of Serving the Community.